Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is the very first of our food related vlogs. So today we're going to be showing you quite a simple recipe, and it's for a Thai style, Oriental style prawn fried rice. And the reason why I'm sharing this recipe is because it's quite simple, and I thought it might be particularly useful for people to follow a recipe that has local ingredients. And when I say local ingredients, I don't mean in the sort of fancy organic sense. What I mean is, what ingredients can they buy locally in their local supermarket like Asda or Tesco that works for the recipe. And I have to say, it does taste very authentic. We're not professional cooks or chefs or anything like that by any means. We just happen to like good food. We try different things, and this is a recipe that particularly worked, and we really like it, and we do it again and again. So stay with us and see how we get on, and give it a go, and do let us know in the comments if you try this recipe and if it worked for you or not. Anyway, thank you, stay with us, see you soon. Start off with some green and red chilies. There's about 5, 6 there, and about 4 cloves of garlic. Obviously you can adjust the amount of chili according to your taste. You're going to need some of this fish sauce. Now, I know it says squid brand on it. That doesn't mean there's actually squid in it. I don't eat squid, and many of you guys won't eat squid. So this fish sauce is actually made up of anchovies, so it doesn't have any squid, despite the fact that it's got a big fat picture of a squid on the label. So don't worry about that, don't freak out. This is available in Asda. I think we picked it up from Asda. Then we have the dark soy sauce. It's important you have the dark one because the light one won't provide enough flavour. And then obviously a bit of salt, and then the prawns. These prawns are, I think, pre-cooked, so you can use pre-cooked, it's quicker. I recommend fresh, to be honest. It takes a few minutes longer to cook, but it tastes better overall. You're going to need some leftover rice. Now there's not enough leftover rice here for us. We're going to add some more to that in a little while. You're going to need an onion, 1 whole onion. Again, that's optional because we're using the spring onion in this recipe as well, so you don't have to have this onion, but us Bengalis, we like a lot of onions, so we're going to have both onions and spring onions as well. Here's the spring onions, just a bunch from Asda. And then some basil leaves, a packet of basil leaves. These are sort of added towards the end, otherwise they wilt down a bit too much. They add a really nice flavour and a nice fragrance to the food. And that's about it in terms of ingredients. So stay with us and we'll show you how it's done. This is one important ingredient that we've missed out. This is one of the most important things in this recipe, one of the most important ingredients, sesame oil. You can make this recipe with everything else, and if you skip sesame oil and use any other oil, it just won't taste the same. The sesame oil provides the rich, I don't know, smoky and deep flavour that you want in a Thai or Oriental dish. So this is absolutely essential. This is just a basic sesame oil. This one we picked up from Asda. Without this, don't even bother with this recipe. You must have sesame oil. Then we're going to take some chilies. Well, all of the chilies or most of the chilies, and just give them a rough chopping and stick them in a pestle and mortar or whatever works around, can't remember. Add the garlic cloves and then give it a good old brushing. Oh, and add a bit of salt. And a little to chop up the onion. As we did with the spring onions, we're using half of the packet of basil leaves because it will be too much for the portion that we're making. We're making like generous portions for 2 people. The leaves have been washed and now they're being de-stalked. That's a little word. Right, we're going to need a couple of tablespoons. Let's see, we'll adjust depending on how it sits in the pan. That's 2 tablespoons. I think we're going to need a bit more than that. 3, is that going to be enough? Yeah, it should be alright, there's not too much rice. So 3 tablespoons of sesame oil. You can adjust that as necessary. Just let the oil heat up a little. And then you've got the mixture of crushed garlic and chilli. That can go straight in. You can hear it sizzling away already. Alright, let that cook up. Don't let it burn. And then add the regular onions. All of it can go in together. 1 whole onion, medium size. Again, this is optional. We really like onions, so we've added it. You don't have to. Break up the onion so it all cooks nice and evenly. And then drain the prawns of any water and in they go. These are supposed to be king prawns, but as you're probably used to, prawns turn out to be a lot smaller once they're cooked and grilled. Getting really smoky in here. We've had to turn the fan off because of the sound. We've opened the window now, so in go the bulbs of the spring onions. Put the bulbs in at this stage because they obviously take a little bit longer to cook than the tops. That's the correct name for the different parts of the spring onion. It's been cooking for about 2 minutes. Trying to put the rice in fairly soon. Sorry about the noise. We've had to put the pan on. And in goes the rice. So try to separate the rice as much as possible, and it's very important that you use leftover rice, in our opinion, because leftover rice just gives you that nice and firm texture, and it doesn't go all mushy and mashed, and it just tastes better, looks better as well. About half a tablespoon of sugar, so let's say a teaspoon. Didn't put much, sorry, not sugar, salt. We didn't put much in because the soy sauce has salt in it already. And then in goes the sauce and give it all a good old stir. Very easy recipe, very quick. After the preparation is done, cooking time is in total about 10 to 15 minutes tops. And you can see that lovely colour starting to come through now. And you can really smell the sort of the fishy aromas coming from the fish sauce. And just leave that on a medium-ish heat for it to fry up. Keep stirring because it does tend to stick on the bottom if you don't have a non-stick pan. So now that it's all thoroughly mixed and cooked, you don't want to cook it for too long because you want to keep that slight crunch to the onions and to the other ingredients. So we're going to put in the basil leaves and the rest of the spring onions now. In they go. Just sort of mix it in or fold it into with the rice. Just add some lovely colour and beautiful fragrance to the dish. And after another couple of stirs, it's done. You can just turn it off and let it sit before you serve. Last but not least, there you go. Prawn fried rice with a fried egg on the side, optional again, and lemon to garnish. Okay, now is the moment of truth. I'm about to try it. So, first of all, good squeeze of lemon. There you go. Don't know how well you can see that. Good old squeeze. Bismillah. Bismillah ala barakatillah. I'm not a big fan of fried eggs, so I'm going to skip that. Yeah, that's really nice. It's just, I think it needs a little bit more heat. This time we didn't have the red peppers. Other than that, the taste is bang on. It's lovely, really nice flavors. You can really taste the combination of sauces in it. Seasoning is perfect for my liking. Some people might find it a little bit salty. We a fair bit of salt, so do adjust the salt as required. You could probably get away, if you're a mild salt eater, you could get away without any additional salt. Just the salt in the soy sauce will probably do the trick for you. But for us, it's perfect, and I think that's very nice. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and please do subscribe, like and share, and do try out the recipe and let us know how you get on. See you in the next one.